友人の剣をくれ! Prepare yourselves for battle, heroes.
Hello, heroes. Kelthar of the Heroes and Legends, and I'm back from Blizzcon. It was amazing. I had so much fun, and I met so many cool people. This is my reaction to the World of Warcraft Battle for Azeroth cinematic. Now, it's not a true reaction, like I've never seen this before. I saw it there live at the convention, so it's not going to be, you know, my first, like, oh my gosh, oh, you know. It's more of, I want you guys to know how I feel about it, and I'm not going to spoil anything. So what we're going to do is we're going to watch it together, and then, you know, I'm going to try to react the way I did when I saw it initially, and then explain to you how I feel about it at the end. Hopefully you guys enjoy. This cinematic is about to start. Here we go. Blizzard Entertainment. Battle scene.
Ours is a cycle of hatred.
Sylvanas.
Alliances forged and broken.
Horde.
We have paid the price for sharing this world. And we have forgotten what makes us strong.
She looks really good in the cinematic. Oh, Alliance attacking.
Close ranks! Advance has
Arian sword.
Mordaron will be ours!
My king,
Fluffy gray
we
mane.
have her cornered.
Oh my god, that armor. Yes, that armor.
Keep firing!
Got that black arrow from Heroes of the Storm. Oh, this is so good looking. Torin picking up an orc. Oh, Sourfang, the old orc. They kill Sourfang in the cutscene? Is there a gnome in there? Or is that all dwarves? Banshee mode. Oh shit.
Push forward!
Look at Andrew beating people down. Oh. Oh no. What kind of power was that? Is he like a paladin? Wow! Look at how he... Woo.
stand as one for the Alliance!
Yes! They're cheering for the Alliance too. Look at that. Okay, so that was my best impersonation of how I was acting at the actual, with less talking, obviously. I didn't want to disturb those around me. So, I've had time to watch this several times at the convention, like while I was in line for things, try out stuff to play some of the Battle for Azeroth that they let you play at the floor. Every little thing that you just witnessed from me and from the cinematic, that was exactly how I felt when it happened. Now I'm gonna, like, quickly, I love the cinematic, okay? I'm a little leery though of the story's turn, because I have a lot of friends that play World of Warcraft, and a good chunk of them are on the Horde. I've never been able to play with them. These are friends that I've known for a very long time. IRL friends. Like, I grew up with these guys and girls, and I can't play with them in this game that we all love, because they're on the Horde and they don't want to come to the Alliance. And I have a lot of friends on the Alliance as well, and we play together. And I really, 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 really just want the war in Warcraft to not be about the war between the two factions, and I want the war to be about protecting Azeroth. Like, when I think of a battle for Azeroth, I think of us defending it against, outside threats. Like, I get it. The Horde and the Alliance are never going to see eye to eye, but do they really have to tear each other apart? They've tried so many times to really amplify the war, and the last time it happened, there was a lot of bitterness outside the game. Not just because, it's not because they did a good story, so it made us kind of like love our faction. Like, I'm talking Mist of Pandaria. There was a lot of bitterness because it was like, we started off in the Mist of Pandaria, and it was this huge battle between both sides, and it's like, and they were trying to like draw us into the conflict, and then we ended up uniting to fight the Shah, and then Garrosh, and it wasn't really, it was like, we gotta have a peace treaty. If they do that again in this expansion, I'm gonna be a little sad. Now, this is supposed to be my thoughts on the cinematic, but I had to kind of get that out there first. Now, the cinematic itself was amazing. I'm super excited for the next expansion. I'm just a little leery of where the story is going. I don't know where it's going. Now, let's get some points here. Now, we got, I think it was, so Sylvanas came out. We saw Sarafang. He got shot. She does, let's see. Oh, right there. So, she does her Banshee Scream. Sylvanas, ever since becoming the Banshee Queen and leader of the Horde and all of that way back when she died and got her body back, she's never used her Banshee Scream. This is insane. Like, levels of, like, you've seen other videos. If you're watching this on my channel, you've probably seen my other thoughts and how I feel about the Horde. I'm a diehard Alliance. You can't see this. This is my Varian Alliance shirt that I wore one of the days at the convention. I really thought that they were going to, and you can check back at the previous reaction videos, that they were turning Sylvanas into this, eventual bad guy. I was wrong. And they did such a good job with her in this cinematic that for a brief moment, when I watched for the very first time, I liked her a lot. They did such a good job that I was like, wow, Sylvanas looks badass. And now I'm like, I want her to, this to be her other ultimate in Heroes of the Storm. This has to be it. Like, she has to come out and do like a crazy Banshee Scream. I don't know what it would do, but it's so cool. So from here, it only gets even cooler. So let me find it. Careful. I think it was right here. So she does her For the Horde Scream. Okay? So if you're an Alliance fanboy like me, whenever it happens at BlizzCon or in game or anything, whenever it's cries of For the Horde, you boo, you're upset, you're not happy. You're sad because, you know, like, that's the enemy faction. You know, for a long time they've tried to drill in or instill it into us, that us Alliance, that we don't like the For the Horde cry. It sounds, you know, it sounds cool. You guys got your own cool battle cry. For the Alliance is a good battle cry for us. But when Sylvanas did it for like just a small moment, I said it too. Like, inside, I was like, yeah, I was cheering in the audience for this moment. Die-hard Alliance fanboy cheering for Sylvanas, crying for the Horde. First time she's ever done it. It's a cinematic of firsts. She cried out for the Horde, and I was so into it. And I was looking around, and I'm sitting with my buddies there at the opening ceremony, and we're all Alliance. The ones that I was there with were Alliance, and there's Horde, you know, to my left, I believe, some in the front, and I'm just sitting there, and they're like, yeah, and I'm like right there with them, like, oh my god, this is so awesome, this is so amazing. I felt chills. You know what? Can I like just get this little cry again? Let's see if I can. Let's see. I was Sourfang. I was like, yeah, let's do this. Oh my god, it sucks, you know, because it probably is the best moment of the entire cinematic. It was Sylvanas' For the Horde. Like, as cool as what comes later is, this might, like, it's very close for me. Like, I'm not like, you know how you see on forums sometimes, like, you got those people on the forums, and they're like, they'll like, let's say it's an Alliance video and it's something cool the Alliance did, or even vice versa. You know what? This is for the sake of this. We'll say it's something cool the Horde did. It'll be like a video or a cutscene or a Horde thing, and you'll see that guy in the comments or girl or whatever, and they'll say, "Oh, I only play Alliance, but man, that was so cool." They'll like try to kind of offer up, like, you know, to try to say that they're, you know, to try to say that they're someone who likes the other side. Well, sometimes I'm skeptical when people do that. Like, I think that they're just actual, you know, for example, in the case of someone who's, it's a Horde video, it's someone that says, I play Alliance only, but I love this Horde moment. I don't feel there's any, you know, genuine feelings in that comment. I don't have any basis to believe what they're saying, because you don't believe everything on the internet, right? So for those of you that have been watching me for as long as you have, you know I'm a diehard Alliance, bleed blue. I've showed you the multitude of Alliance memorabilia that I own. And heck, I've got this one. It doesn't fit me anymore because I washed it, and it's dirty too. I've washed it so many times, and it barely fits me. It's my World of Warcraft Alliance movie hat. But this moment, like, it took me, and it hit me right here. And I was watching another panel later in the day, the Instance Live, and Patrick Beja on the Instance Live panel at BlizzCon said it best. He said a friend of his, after watching this, and he is an Alliance player on the podcast, and his friend is an Alliance player, and his friend says to him, and he says this to the panel, or to the audience, my friend tells me that immediately after watching that, he had to log in real quick to make sure that his character didn't switch to the Horde. It was that, like, chilling. It was that good of a cry. Now, if Sylvanas says For the Horde, she gets me. She just sucks me in. When I hear the orcs do it, it's like they've been saying it so much that it doesn't faze me. It just angers me. But when Sylvanas did it, you know, you guys are getting me to fall for Sylvanas. What are you doing, Blizzard? Anyways, there's more cool stuff. So she does her For the Horde. The Horde make their march, and they rush the Alliance. Let me see. Let's get to. So there's my king, Anduin. His armor in this Oh my god. Okay, so I don't know how many of you are like how many of you have that, into the zodiac and stuff. I was born in, and I'm this under the sign of the lion. I'm born in late July. I'm not trying to get any presents or anything, but I was born in late July. I'm not going to give you an actual date because I'm not trying to, fish for happy birthdays or anything. But I was born in the tail end of July, and I'm under the side of the lion. So I've always been told that, lions are prideful and strong and powerful. And I think it was part of the reason when I started playing World of Warcraft part of the reason that I went to the Alliance, other than racial decision, like I wanted to be a night elf, was the color blue. Blue is my favorite color. And then the lion was their crest, on the shield. It's the symbol of their faction is the lion. And this armor has me just, oh my god, this helmet, it's got the little mane and the lion face, and I just plate armor and all of this, the shiny metal, and it looks so, to me, aesthetically, it looks so much better to me than the spiky leather and stuff that the Horde wears. I just think it's cool. You're like a shining knight. Now you have Anduin wearing this really awesome armor that I hope at some point we get some kind of transmog or something like this, Blizzard, please. And he's got his dad's sword. He's got Charlemagne, and he's wielding it. And Anduin's a priest. Okay, like I was saying, like if you remember watching me here earlier in my reaction, I had to do a double take. It's like, why is he wearing plate armor and wielding his dad's sword like that? Is he a paladin now? That's the thing that's going through everybody's minds as they see this live. Now, BlizzCon's over, so I obviously know the answer now because I went to many panels. I went to the Q&A panel, which happened Saturday afternoon, and somebody asked the question, what is Anduin? They asked, and Alex Afraziabi answered, no, Anduin is a priest. He's still a priest, guys. Yes, he's a priest wearing plate armor and wielding a sword. He is not a paladin. I actually had a very long discussion with a diehard Alliance person in line for the... I was in line for the Battle for Azeroth poster signing. And Alex Afraziabi, lead creative director on World of Warcraft, said he's a priest, and his reasoning that he's wearing all this armor and doing all this stuff is... hero characters such as Anduin, your Greymanes, your Sylvanas, Illidan's for that matter, they can do things that us players cannot do. They're not bound by the rules that us players have in our classes. So they can do things that we can't. I tried to use, before I knew the answer to that question, when I argued with that guy in line, because I didn't think he was a paladin, even though the person I was discussing this with swore up and down that Anduin had become paladin, because I think he was like, yeah, Anduin's a paladin like me, and I'm like, I don't think he's a paladin. I think there's something going on here. And my reasoning was, Anduin is the king now. He needs more protection than a robe. It's not enough. So I'm thinking they gave him the armor for protection. But it's a couple of things. He's a priest wearing this. He's the king. He's got to have the best armor. The most protection is definitely a factor. But as Alex Afraziabi put it, he's a priest. We're going to learn more about this, obviously, when the game comes out, when the expansion launches, and we're playing it. But hero classes, hero characters can do more than we can do. They have that power, that ability. So anyways, we move on. Let's see, what's this part? No, I can't really see anything there. Yeah, there's the Horde marching up and crushing. Oh, this is where Anduin gets knocked down. His helmet falls off. And he's starting to like, what do I do? Hold on, let's get a little bit. Look at the details on that face. My God, the hair. I wonder if there'll ever be a time, if World of Warcraft's still around, 10, 15 years from now. I hope it is. And we're playing a game that looks this good. I don't think it'll ever be that way, but, So anyways, we got, what's this? You got a Horde jumping, you got a troll jumping there. Anduin's looking around. Hold on, I'm trying to find the spot. Oh, that's where he, swings the sword down. He attacks this troll who jumped on Greymane, and his attack, I don't know if it was infused with the light here, but it shatters the ground. I don't know if some of his dad's strength is in him and it's powering the sword. I'm not sure. R.I.P. Varian. R.I.P. But it was awesome. Oh, hold on. I wanted to see this. So he's staring now. He's like, okay. He's poised, position. Let's get to. He's like, what have he's looking around. He's surveying, looking at his dad's sword, the power glowy thingy there. You know what? Just for me, I'm gonna say that's Varian's soul in that sword right there, because Varian's a warrior, true, and it makes me feel better. I know that's probably not the case. It'd be cool if it was, but I think that's Varian's soul in that sword, and it's helping protect Anduin, that weapon. But Anduin's like, it's not enough. That's what he comes to. That's the decision he comes to as he's staring at his father's weapon. Closes his eyes, drops the sword, reaches out to the light. This is why everyone's like, oh, Paladin, not just the armor and the sword, but he reaches out to, and he's calling upon the light. Let's find the scene. Did he already pull it down here, or is he? Okay, yeah, this is where the light's starting to come down to him. You got wounded all around. People are dying around. His people, the Alliance is dying. Sylvanas blown back by the attack. Gotta find it. Look at that. He's got tears because he's not a fighter. But he's out there on the front lines. He knows what has to be done. He misses his father. He's lost so much, and you see it all in this face. You're just like, oh, look at the tear, the cuts. He's out there like his father was on the battlefield. And then what everyone's been joking about at the convention. Battle Macerez. He got a Battle Macerez. Oh, we gotta look at Fluffy Greymane. Yeah, Fluffy Greymane looks sweet. You look at this. He's fluffy. He's so fluffy. I like, want to pet him, squeeze him, and probably eat you. But so then you got this gigantic, awesome, and then the Horde. They're stopped. They're like, what is this? It's this barrier of light that's just coming down, and it's like Anduin is going to be something greater. Much, much greater than this battle and many battles to come. He has grown with us. Even you, Horde, he's grown with us all. We've seen him grow from nothing into what he is here. And this is just the first stage of him taking place. Yes, the beginning of the trailer is Sylvanas and her epicness. And it's still great. But then we get... Wait for it. Stand together. This part he does it, or is it? Okay, so now we get us Alliance. We get our battle cry, and our battle cry for the Alliance. People made fun. Many BlizzCons past. I remember the moment, but I forget who said it. But somebody made a joke. It's like, oh, for the Horde sounds like, oh, for the Horde, and then it's like, for the Alliance. It sounds so weak and piddly. But when Anduin does it here, he does it justice. He gives it as much power as his dad did before he died. He has that emphasis there. And the only reason I don't want to flat out say Sylvanas wins her for the Horde, it's done enough to sway me to think she's cool. And I think that in alone is, I'm going to give it a tie. I'm really just going to say it's a tie, because for me to even say that is pretty crazy, being a diehard Bleed Blue Alliance fanboy. Like, you got me cheering for Sylvanas, you got me cheering for the Horde, and yes, I love it. And now you got the coolest For the Alliance I have ever heard. Yes, even cooler than Chris Messin's For the Alliance, because Chris Messin has some of the cooler ones. He was outdone by both Sylvanas and Anduin in this trailer, and whew, chills. Let's hear his again. I hope I got the right point.
For the Alliance!
Look at that. And he feels like empowered. And you got the people around him cheering. Oh my God, yes. At this moment, with the light coming down, I didn't do it in my reaction just now, but there was tears. I had literal tears coming down my face, and I'm not afraid to say that. It was that good. And you had, let's see, she's like, okay, you're not gonna be easy. This is gonna be a fight. Yes, I kind of like you now. I think you're cool, but I'm still Alliance at heart. There's more stuff to talk about. So let's just go to the oh yeah, this part. Such an amazing looking shot. Actually, I'm gonna probably get this for the no, I have a better idea for the thumbnail for this video. Anyways, so the ending here looks so cool. You got a giant orc leaping up, you got the Alliance knights, and oh my goodness, you got Taurens, trolls, you got Draenei, and probably a gnome somewhere down there. This is my favorite trailer for any of the expansions thus far. Even if I'm not so happy with where the story's going, I'm sure I'm gonna give them a chance. Blizzard has always made things that I love. That's kind of why I'm a fan. But this is it's this absolute best trailer they've ever done. Like, it's more like before. It was always just unnamed so and so doing whatever. And it's slowly over the years, it's become way more character driven. Like, this one's been Sylvanas and Anduin, and it was great. The last one was Sylvanas, and Varian was more Varian. This one started off to be very Sylvanas heavy, and it kind of evens out with Anduin coming in and balancing it, giving that both sides their just due. There's so many characters I want to see. I actually want to see Jaina in a trailer. Like, she's going to be a major factor, at least for the Alliance side, in this next expansion. But I want to see Jaina in a trailer. I want to see, like, I've seen Greymane in a trailer now. I want to see Jaina. Jaina's been in the game much longer than Greymane or Anduin, and she hasn't been in the trailer yet. So, got to get her in there. So then, let's go to... Oh, we got to get the full battle for Azeroth. Come on, be better. Oh, right there. Okay, so our next expansion, Battle for Azeroth. It's coming. This trailer was definitely an 11 out of 10. And, oh, they made that joke. Obviously, you probably saw the opening ceremony. Mike Morhaime made the joke. This is definitely an 11 out of 10 BlizzCon, because it was like the 11th one, so that was pretty funny. I'm super, super, super pumped for everything that I'm going to see. I'm going to be carefully watching and hoping they don't, for the sake of, it's Warcraft, the factions have to fight. I'm hoping there's a good reason. I'm hoping that they can do the story, this type of story, this make the factions fight story. I'm hoping they can do it justice. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Cinematic was top notch, and tears, and for the Horde and for the Alliance, yes. So hopefully you guys enjoyed watching that. I have much more BlizzCon videos to go. I have to kind of edit, record some things, more thoughts, and we're going to talk about a lot of things. It's going to be a lot of actual non-game content, just talking about stuff that we heard. Since I didn't have to sit at any of the panels this year, well, I couldn't with my camera, I won't be able to put out any videos of like the voice actor stages. They're up on the virtual ticket. I'm glad I was able to do it last year, but I don't have to do it this year. You guys can see it on the virtual ticket. I think if I were to try to put those up, I'd get in a lot of trouble, and I don't want to do that. So anyways, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.